I love Mydei so much. And because I love him, and because I love his dynamic with a certain other character, we are now moving on to his keeping up with Star Rail. Wait, hold on, what does it say? Performance boosters don't exist in a Kremnoan's dictionary. Of course they don't. Of course they don't. Okay. I already know how his playstyle works. Again, we're just watching this for...
Kremnos, city of chaos and war.
Loud.
The blood of patricide flows in your royal line, and your god bears calamity's name. The undying Mydei, the solitary lion, who Chrysos heir that seeks the core flame of strife. You must suffer 1,000 deaths, be bathed in blood, and bear your mad fate alone. For one must slay a god to become one. On this episode, let us glimpse the truth of this king crowned in blood. Mydei, a warrior sworn to Arkham.
Okay,
Today,
and
we've
look
invited a
who's
special
here.
guest, a helpful citizen who claims to know everything about Mydei.
Oh, he sure does.
Mr. Phainon!
Hello, everyone. I'm phainon.
Mr. Phainon, your enthusiasm is incredible. You signed up for our show seconds after the casting call went out.
I'm sorry. You can't make this up.
You and Mydei must be true friends.
You can't make this up!
True friends? No way. I'm actually here because of you, Mr. Albert.
Oh? How so?
Look, our hair color is practically identical.
Oh, you're so silly.
Maybe we're long-lost brothers.
Did you put all your skill points into humor or something?
True
Let's
friend,
not keep the
alright.
audience waiting. It's time to introduce today's star. Mydei is an imaginary character following the path of destruction. As the crown prince of Castrum
move?
Kremnos,
Actually, no,
he
I'd
inherited
rather
his
cover
people's
up
boundless courage
Albert than
and honed his body
Sorry,
to perfection,
Albert.
unleashing utter devastation with the purest might.
If you want might, he's got might. If you want wisdom, he's got might. And if you want humor, he's got might. He's Amphorius' most well-rounded powerhouse.
You truly understand the art of flattery. When using his basic attack,
even his
Mydei
cup
deals
is
imaginary
gorgeous.
damage based on his max HP to one designated enemy. When using skill, Mydei consumes HP to deal imaginary damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets based on his max HP. This ability does not consume skill points. When he loses HP, he gains charges based on the percentage of max HP lost. And when Mydei's charge reaches a certain level, he consumes charges to enter Vendetta, restoring HP and advancing his action. While in Vendetta, Mydei gains increased maximum HP. If Mydei suffers a killing blow, he will not be knocked down, but will instead clear all charges, exit the Vendetta state, and restore his HP.
That is very neat,
After unlocking
honestly.
the trace Earth and Water, Mydei will no longer exit Vendetta when struck by a killing blow while in the Vendetta state.
Oh, that's a trace?
No longer exit Vendetta when struck by a killing blow while in the Earth and Water. Mydei will
is a
no
tra-
longer
that's a
exit Vendetta when
trace.
struck by a killing
Nice.
blow while in the Vendetta state.
Okay, that's
That
good.
immortal body soaks up damage like a sponge. Trust me, I've tested it myself.
After
You what? You have tested it yourself? Interesting.
locking the trace 30 tyrants, Mydei becomes immune to crowd control debuffs while in Vendetta. Mydei in
thank
Vendetta
fuck for
will
that.
attack anyone who dares stand in his way. He will automatically launch attacks and use the more powerful abilities Kingslayer be King and Godslayer be God.
Don't joke around with Mydei, because his fists are no joke. I've tested them. They
Listen, I know they're referring to fighting and sparring because they do that, but like, come on now. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. I mean, Albert said it himself. phainon knows everything about Mydei. Everything. Sparring in bed. In and out.
They hurt.
Aw, you two truly are friends till death do you part.
Really? Really? Till death? Yeah, till death do them part. Historians will call them best friends. So when's the wedding? Literally.
When using the enhanced skill Kingslayer be King, Mydei consumes HP to deal more imaginary damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets based on his max HP. This does not consume skill points.
Nice.
While in Vendetta, Mydei's defense has a value of 0.
But he's not pulling any punches. He just sees defense as unnecessary baggage.
That's right, because that way he gets more charges when he's hit. Once Mydei's charge reaches a certain level, he consumes charges to gain 1 extra turn and unleash his most devastating attack, God
it looks
Slayer
so
Be God.
cool.
He will deal overwhelmingly high imaginary damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. As
I have
before,
watched
this
Practice
costs
Guide.
no
Yes,
skill
yes.
points.
An eye for an eye. How about 10 eyes instead? Sounds like a Kremnoan to me.
When using his ultimate, Mydei deals imaginary damage to
Can I just say I love the way that like his tattoos are glowing. That is so cool. That is so cool.
one designated enemy and adjacent targets based on his max HP, taunting the attacked enemies for several turns. Furthermore, the next God Slayer Be God will prioritize attacking the enemy target designated by the ultimate.
Okay, yeah, I
He
saw that.
taunts me every time we meet. I thought he was born with that.
We get it. You guys are fucking. We get it.
You've got quite the talent for taunting people too, huh? Where was I again? All right. When casting his ultimate, Mydei restores HP and gains charges for his talent. After locking the Trace Bloody Chitin, and if Mydei's max HP reaches a certain threshold at the start of battle, he will increase his crit rate, the charges he gains when attacked, and his incoming healing based on his max HP that exceeds the threshold.
Ooh, Natasha.
Using his technique, Mydei pulls in enemies within a certain range and dazes them. Dazed enemies will not actively attack allies. When attacking a dazed enemy
Nice.
to enter battle, Mydei deals imaginary damage based on his max HP to all enemies! Taunts them for several turns and gains charges for his talent.
Okay, nice, nice.
Okay, let's sum it up. Mydei is a battlefield powerhouse who can both fight and tank and thrives in brutal and intense combat conditions. Most of his damage comes from using King Slayer Be King and God Slayer Be God in Vendetta. Additionally, in the Vendetta state, Mydei is unfazed by killing blows. Mydei can quickly enter Vendetta either by using his ultimate, taking enemy hits, or frequently
So I'm trying
using
to
his
think
skill
which
to consume
I mean,
HP.
I think Gallagher would be like an easy
He can
healer to
unleash
use with
his
him.
most powerful strike to crush his enemies.
You have to admit that Mydei is powerful and also a really good guy.
He sure is.
You can definitely trust him to watch your back in a fight.
Only through the trials of battle can a warrior's bravery and skill be fully realized. Time for real combat. Let's see how this ferocious conqueror reigns over the battlefield and becomes crowned in blood. Mydei uses his technique and enters battle. Thanks to his technique, he's
God,
already
this
gained
O-
a certain
this
amount of
OST,
charge.
so
Mydei uses
good.
his skill to deal damage to the enemy, consume his HP, and gain more charges. He then enters Vendetta and advances his action.
I like that reason
His
Natasha
skill now
put this. That's
enhanced
interesting.
unleashes a raging inferno upon his enemies. Pressing the advantage, Mydei targets the enemy leader to use his ultimate on, dealing damage while also restoring HP and gaining charges.
Oh, this
The
man is so
enemy's leader
beautiful.
also
It's
becomes the
unfair.
target of God Slayer Be God. Due to the taunt effect of the ultimate, enemies focus their attacks on Mydei, and the HP he loses is converted into charges. And since his max HP surpasses a certain threshold, he gains more charges when attacked and receives
Yeah,
more
I guess
HP when
Natasha would
healed.
be decent for him
Not
for, like,
only
the
did the enemy
automatic,
fail
like,
to take
healing when
down
he's low,
Mydei,
especially
they're
if you don't
about to
have a
suffer
shot.
his most terrifying attack. After consuming his HP to use King Slayer Be King, Mydei finally has enough charges. He immediately receives an extra turn, and it's time to use God Slayer Be God. With this final ruthless strike, the enemy is grounded into paste. The battlefield falls silent,
Lucha,
and
Sunday,
that's
and
a
MC
wrap.
slash Freebies his best team.
What
Well,
a
I don't have Freebie,
satisfying
and I
battle.
don't have Lucha.
Mydei's power
But it's
is
fine, I'll make do.
unquestionable, but it's a pity he still can't stand up to me.
Really
More
now.
powerful than him.
Really
Like
now.
he said, can I please trouble you with something?
Just say the word. I can do anything, except get on Aglaya or Treebee's bad side.
Well, Dressmaster has been hiding my poor fellas. I've been so worried I can't even eat in peace. I don't even dare go outside.
A Dressmaster.
Oh, Sir Phainon, save me!
Jesus Christ. Phainon, hold on. I want to go back to Phainon thinking. Thinking Phainon. Look at him. He's so cute. He's a little baby. Whoops. Little creature.
Me!
That's a tough one. I'll try to figure something out in the next few days.
That's too bad. If I asked Mydei, he'd have this wrapped
Oh
up in
my
one
God.
day.
Oh,
Fine.
did you see that Hold on. Did you see that fucker wink? Did you see that fucking wink?
If I asked Mydei, he'd have this wrapped up
Look at
in
that- look
one
at this
day.
bitch.
Fine, don't you worry. I'll sort it out in half a day.
Man, I love Albert in these like in these little segments too. Like, he knows. Oh, he knows. Everyone knows. Oh, I love them. This was mandatory to watch. I had to watch this. Phainon is so adorable. Surely nothing bad will happen. Surely.